we must reduce it to 15 minutes per chapter. So please, we should try to be. So chapters should try to manage 15,000 if can. Sorry, I apologize. They should manage 15 minutes and if they can summarize within 10 minutes, we will appreciate that. So before handing over mic to the prof, we would like to start by the opening prayer. May I invite Mana Aminu Bala, Doro from Katsina, is one of our guests, to come and give us an opening prayer. Malam Aminu, in kana kusa bismillah ka fito ka ba mu ka bude taro da addu'a. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Ina yin sallama irin ta addinin musulunci. Wannan tafiya ta mu ne albarka, mun ji daɗi kuma mun gode. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Ne mabaki mu na nesa da na kusa barka da zuwa kuma ina masu sallama irin ta addinin musulunci. Sai mu yi salati na biyu 11 da niyya wannan taro yadda muka fara shi lafiya, Allah ta'ala ya taka lafiya. Albarkar da ke cikin wannan taro Allah ya saka mu da ita. Dukkan kuskure da ke ciki Allah ya kauda da matsayin la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Karanta Fatiha a ayatul kursiyu da niyya dukkan bayan Allah da suka zo wurin nan na nesa da na kusa da kuwa ahalin salati. Allah ya ji dukkan abinki matsayin al'ashi. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم بالله فيغفر لمن يشاء ومن يشاء والله على كل شيء المؤمنون كلنا من لله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقبل سمعنا وأطعنا سبحانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت عليها ما كسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا لا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا فيه واعف عنا واعف عنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا واغفر لنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على الكافرين اللهم أنت أمرتنا بدعائك ووعدتنا بإجابتك وقد دعوناك كما أمرتنا فأجبنا كما وعدتنا يا ذو الجلال والإكرام إنك لا تخلف الميعاد اللهم صل وسلم على عين الرحمة ربانيتي والياقوتة المتحققة الهائلة بمركز الوجود والمعاني والنور الأكوان المتكونة الآدمي سائر الحق رباني البرك لست يجيب وجود الأرواح المالئة بكل متعرض من الدخول والأواني والنور كلامي الذي ملأتك من فلا تنكلت المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الحق التي تتجلى منها عروش الحياة اللهم بالحق كنز الأعز صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم بهديه اللهم صل وسلم اللهم صل وسلم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Mana Aminu is our guest from Katsina. They were following our activities and they requested to the stage and the chairman approved that they should come and see what is going on. So that is the reason why they are here. So before the projector is set, I will hand over the mic to the chairman of the commission to say some words before the slide will
Mr. Chairman, distinguished delegates, this segment of the ceremony has two parts. The first part is very straight and simple, is report taking from all the 12 chapters that are attending. Once the name of a chapter is announced, then the presenter, who should be the chairman, except if otherwise delegated, just steps forward to do the presentation. And then, like you heard, initially it was 20 minutes, now it's 15. I think 15 is even too much. If we really understand our reports very well, we should be very snappy in its presentation so that we consume less time. In the presentation, let us avoid too much protocol. You know, we call out names, titles, and so on and so forth. Just, Mr. Chairman, just go ahead. You know, the chairman will cover for all other dignitaries that are here. Then go ahead with the presentation. So the last segment of the presentation of this session will be comprised of a number of activities, which is the cultural presentation, the interactive session where the reports will be deliberated upon to some extent, and then we take a decision about which chapter will host the next AGM. I can see that many states are inching about that. I hope the states are ready because the benchmark set by Kano is incredible. Whoever is presenting himself forward, whichever state is presenting itself forward to host the next AGM, has to really be prepared to achieve maybe 1.5 or even twice better than Kano. So this is just a point of notice. Then there will be brief remarks, and then we'll discuss the resolutions and next steps, light refreshment, which should not be a standalone item, closing remarks, and then the prayer. So we are going to go with the chapters according to how they are listed here. Okay.
Secretary, the chairman of the secretary to speak on that chapter.
Okay. Yes, just a little point of order. It has to be the presenter for any state should be either the chairman or the secretary as delegated. In the absence of the two key officers, then a trustee from that state should handle the presentation. Is that clear? Okay. Yeah, when they are set, then you can begin to call them one after the other.
Your light, the light of your camera. Okay, before starting, also I will like to apologize on behalf of the local organizing committee and the NEC to Taraba State Chapter in particular. Unfortunately, their name is not on the list, and I take the blame. Don't blame anybody except me. We sincerely apologize. It was a mistake. It wasn't deliberate. But inshallah, we will call them and definitely they will make their presentation. Thank you. So I will start by inviting FCT, Abuja. If the chairman or secretary is available, we can come out and make the presentation. Please, 15 minutes. I am using the, so once. Oh,
Noted, sir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Tahiru Buba. I'm the Vice Chairman, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I'm standing here on behalf of my chairperson, Ajia Hawa Abubakar Jajere. It's on her permission I'm standing here. My duty here is just to make a preamble on what we are going to present as a report. And my able secretary is there to do the needful. I will take just like 3 minutes or thereabout just to make the preambles. Standing on the already established protocol, I start by enumerating some of the challenges that we have, particularly in FCT, and I'm sure that is what is also applicable in other state chapters. One of the major problems we are facing there is how the Fulbe are turned to an endangered species, whereby they are being brutalized, they are being demonized, and so many, challenges there. So we feel many chapters are having the same problems, and that we should see as a chapter, how do we cater for these problems? Secondly, we also have this negative media war against the Fulbe. This is a general problem, not only in FCT, but in all state chapters. So as a chapter, we also have to find a way to solve these problems. Not only having this media, negative media report, we also have a kind of a media total blackout, where Fulbe are performing well or achieving certain things, they don't bring it to limelight. They always suppress the information and they don't bring it up at all. Also, we have this extortion to Fulbe. Fulbe are being extorted exorbitantly, where people are arrested. A situation where you need to pay maybe like 5,000 to bail them. If it is a full law, you'll be asked to pay 100,000, 200,000 and above. And we've had so many interactions with the Fulbe who were arrested, and that they have been released with our interventions, with some lawyers, and so. I'm also advising other chapters to also do the same. Then we also want to appeal to the National Exco to also look at a way to imbibe a budgeting system. A budgeting system will help us minimize tasking members on FUDECO activities. That is for the ESCO to look at. Some of these issues we have enumerated can be solved in so many ways. So main among some of the solutions are education. Educating a child is empowering a whole family and a society. What we have started doing is we ensure that all our members to at least sponsor a child as a person. Just sponsor a child or two, if you can, or more. That is a stepping stone, not just as a chapter, but as an individual. And that we have started and we are doing wonderfully well. If you look at the number we have here, I believe every chapter is represented with only 3 people. And the chapter will have from 20, 30, 100, 200. If everybody picks a child, that is going to be a turnaround. So please, that should be noted, and we should try as much as we can to do the same. Secondly, we also talk of taking over the grazing reserves. In every state, in the 19 northern states, there are grazing reserves. Some of them have been gazetted, some have not been gazetted. So it's for the chapter to work through. You don't need to. Nobody will come and give you a platter of gold. You just need to go and grab it. You need to go, extra mile to make sure that this grazing reserves, even if it is just 1 out of 10, it's something. Then there, our people can resettle there, and they can call a place that they can call their own. Thirdly, form a cluster settlement pattern. Forming a cluster settlement pattern is a situation where you bring villages together and then form a settlement that you can call Fulbe settlement, a modern town sort of, that will help us to really identify it with Fulbe. As it is, we are scattered. We have the number. Because we are scattered, we are not getting attention of government. So this is another area. Finally, I would want to commend the Kano chapter for this wonderful organization. We've seen how they are organized, how they have been planning and executing this particular program. I really commend them. And also, we commend Gashaka. Gashaka as a local government, they did a wonderful presentation just about a week ago, and it was wonderful. We commend you for that too. Thank you so much. Here is my secretary to give the full report. Thank you.
In introduction, I don't have to say much. Abuja chapter was established in 2018 and before the registration of FUDECO. Then our achievement for the year 2023, sponsoring of 10 Fulbe children in primary and secondary schools. Then we also identified and working towards reclaiming grazing reserves, as he said in the preamble. Then also educating and sensitizing Fulbe on the technique of animal husbandry and the ranching. Also, we have established 4 area councils, chapters. All efforts are on ground to make sure that So all efforts are on ground to make sure that they are fully functional. By the grace of God, in the next 1 week, all the area council will have the area council chapters. They will also assisting and rescuing illegally detained Fulbe in the FCT. Then consistent sensitization visit to traumatic Fulbe, and letting them to know the fundamental human rights. Then donation of food items, and enlightening pastoralists on the importance of land ownership, permanent settlement to avoid consistent displacements. Also, we have a network with dignitaries and government agencies and other NGOs. Then having fully functional chapter account with UBA. Then financial status within the year, we raised 1,225,000 naira, and we incurred 1,210,000 naira. Then our work plan for 2014 to establish ICT center to serve as an alternative sources of income at a proposal of over 13,500,000 naira. And this center will serve as our skill acquisition training center, which we aimed to make sure that before the end of 2014, it is established in every area council. Then 2024, sorry. Then secondly, establishment and registration of Fulbe livestock cooperative societies in all area councils so as to make funding and loan acquisition for Fulbe easier. Then through thorough follow-up with FCT Ministry to ensure the actualization of identified grazing reserve through the insider who is one of us. Then to sponsor bill for establishment of National Livestock Commission in the country through the National Assembly in collaboration with other NGOs. This has been our major objective, but yet to be achieved. We believe if this is achieved, it could minimize nomadic Fulbe challenges in the country. Then our challenges, which is general financial constraint. Then one of our observations, again, the 5,000 naira membership registration is not high to many people, but too much to majority. So we are now suggesting in this AGM for it to be reduced if possible, as that will help us to have more registered members. Then FCT chapter non-consideration in national projects. We are appealing for consideration in the next coming project. Then frequent chapters, FCT administrators delay resettlement of Fulbe within FCT. In conclusion, as people, we need to be united more than ever in history in consideration to the challenges against. So united we stand and divided we fall. Then one of our recommendations needs for development and adoption of budgetary system and new means of revenue generation to deviate from total dependency on members' donation. Then we must adopt tolerance, patience, determination, perseverance, focus, unity, and above all, fear of Allah and sincerity of purpose generally. I think this is the summary of the presentation, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. May Allah reward you abundantly. Please let Father be rounded off at exactly 10 minutes. So that's right. Alhamdulillah. Next on the agenda is Adamawa. Jibo Al-Hazimanu, who is the State Secretary, is presenting on their behalf.
Mr. Chairman, the National President of Fulbe Development and Cultural Organization, distinguished all the invited members and guests, I am here in front of you to present the annual report of Adamawa First Chapter. So far, so good. Let me start with the achievement that we achieved. Part of our achievement is number one is encouraging members to register and pay for their monthly bills. Alhamdulillah, last year we have only 5 members who have registered, but this year we have at least 19 of them that have been registered into our account. Second achievement is that monitoring visit to some nomadic primary school in Adamawa State, which are Ardokaku Nomadic Primary School, Uro Ardo Duguru Extension Nomadic Primary School, Garandia Nomadic Primary School, Dundere Nomadic Primary School, Ulere Nomadic Primary School, as well as Jalinget Nomadic Primary School. All these schools that I have mentioned, we visited them and we see how they are functioning, whether their teachers are going or not, whether the children are learning from what they have been teaching or not. So Alhamdulillah, and we even look at the damages of their schools. So this is number 3, part of our achievement, which is very long stories that I want to state it, but I will summarize it before the financial. Part of the voicing of the voiceless, that is our Fulbe. If I can get a permission from the secretary, please, I want to present this matter in Fulbe, since majority of us are planning. In Fulbe, thank you. Leñol salamu alaikum. Wato ɗum billaji meɗen kanjum waɗi gimme mi wolwaɗi fulfulde meɗen. Nder nasaraku ɗum Allah hokki fude ko ɗum walliri yimɓe feere feere ko shafi hukuma. Arande e wodi kes goɗɗo geteɗo mo Jumɓa, kes ɗum waɗama Gombi. Wato e wodi goɗɗo ardujo nder kungiya fulɓe feere, sai ɓi ko yahi memi hocci MP kay sorry, gadara makko gam o mawɗo. De ɓi ko yahi memi are goɗɗo, sai on to wari no jaɓa e memori muɗum e MP muɗum wuro makko, sai ɓi ko ummanimo ha o wari o fiɗi o on, ra o wujjanama ra o fiɗama. amma police nattayi haala kan ngam o mawɗo ɓe keɓayi walloɓe ɓe noddi Fudeko Adamawa State chapter wari walliri ɓe alhamdulillah haɗum wari ɗum ittani ɓiɗɗo o cengal ɓawo cengal ittama o jiyama o hoyi o hooti ha joni ɓi on ɗon ardujo fa kanko wittoyi fuɗɗiti yiigo o derkejo o yi mi accatama mi barete o tokkimo e doggudi mo tokkimo e doggudi ɓe dura nder ladde shikenan o boyi to min wane kode manami hulete mi semta e dañoɓe maɗa man tunda on noon joni kan shikenan daga o dartimo hamɓe tan tato sey cukoyel pamarel o worti addahi makko ase balɗe o deɗi nde o worti addahi sey o feɗi omo ɓicaman jogoɗon jogiɗo cengal no fiɗay mo sey o feɗɗimo e dande hanjum laati ajal makko sey ɓe jahi ɓe nangay suka e baba muɗum suka kan doggi gaɗɗo war hoore sitil ɓe noddimin min jahi sey gimi on fewre gewtumi DPO on mo Gombe gimi um fewre ay denko ɓicamanjo o fiɗi o cengal ɗum waɗi report to moɗo amma on cali yahugo giɗon menen Fulɓe min boɗɗinana koye amen to joni ma min boɗɗinana koye amen ɓi pullo wari ɓi pullo wala to ka yahata e maɓɓay ɗum meɗen min noddi ɓangare ɓe min noddi ɓangare ɓe min jooɗi min pondi ɓe ɗon Gombi wala to ka yahi kerol makka ɗon to DPO on amma wala maɓɓaɗo go'o kenan wala tayin ɗiɗaɓum majjum Weti and Jibrilla beweji at Mayha local government ɗo bo suka ƴeengi leggal e fe'a ɗan banga en gari tawimo sey ɓe gimo o jippo attanga fulla jomu leggal wari tawimo yimo o jippo o jippi wala hawre wala yennore wala ko ɗume sey o noddanimo ɗan banga en gara nangamo ɗan banga en Fulɓe fa ɓe gari ɓe nangimo ɓe dillidi e makko baba makko haɓayi waɗayi ko ɗume sayi to shikenan to ɓe jarimo a sey ɓe jaramo police station ɓe jaramo ko toye sey ɓe jaɓi ɓe maɓɓimo e office maɓɓe sayde jemma waɗi sey ɓe gari ɓe laggay jawdi Fulɓe ɓen gaba ɗaya jemma sey Fulɓe ummaniɓe hawre oy on peway on nangi ɓinguel ɗam wona hawre wona ko ɗume den joni garon jemma gi on laggay jawdi amen dow leggal na bo on wakkati ñayle na on ko ɗume ɓe gi fewre sey ɓe ummini hawre sey ɗan banga en ummi doggi kultori joni kam shikenan ɓe Fulɓe sey ɓe noddiyam nde ɓe noddiyam sey noddumi DPO mo Mayha local government oye sam o andana haala ka sey noddumi minion lamɗo Mayha man Yerima Nasiru sey kanko ma o andana kam ma ha o waɗa bincike o nana to ɗum yaari derkejo ɗo ɗum maɓɓi ɗon ma ɓe tori ɓe tuubi Allah woɗɗini ɗum mi wolwani anti Jamila en e Alaji Saleh mi andani report ɗum dalila majjum mi yahi mi woɗɗini ɓe nani nawɗum hamɓe ɗan banga en ɓe gi'ay ba joni Fudeko ɓuri sembe maɓɓe sey ɓe jahi ɓe tawi mawnan gorko mo tokkaymi ɓe bari ɗum tunda ɓe gewta hujja nda ko ɓe baririmo min ne kanjum min tumata dalila ɗum ɗon ɓe barimo ɗo to ɗum heɓta ɗum ɓe dilli operation maɓɓe ɓe jahi ɓe bari ɓe gaɗi war hoore ɓe dilloy o acci ɓikkon 10 joni kon ɗon kon marayi on ɗum pat dalila ɗum arandejum kenan goɗɗum sey lahira sey tati baba dotti adgar kiɗam o ma e woodi ko feɓɓorimo o wari o dilla e luumo ɗi ɓiɓɓe makko ɗiɗo ɗi nayi joyi luumo ɓe jarata amma na hanko jeeɗiɗi pat sey ɗan banga en ɗon ma gari e caalo ɓiɓɓe de giiɓe sey kultori sey hamɓe ɓe piɗiri bindiga maɓɓe dow taw cikkenan sey ɓe doggi sey ɓe ɗalinani sey ɓe gi ay baba a gujjo to na a gujjo gam ɗume ɓiɓɓe maɗa gi'atamen dogga ko dogginta ɓe sey ɓe nangi nayi daga garkira sey ɓe jariɗi haw local government an kama noddumi anti Jamila gaɗumi report Fudeko Adamawa State habdi Allah walli men min jahi min jaɓi nayi min gewtiɓe ɓe gewta koye hujja ɗume ɗum ɓe jogorto nayi yimɓe dogguɓe ɓe wuyɓe no andirɗon ɓe wuyɓe gewtemen kawai to goɗɗo nanga limtiɓe ma gewtemen to na goɗɗo nanga limtiɓe ma gewtemen ɓe delli hujja ɓe kultori ɓe dokkiti beeli nayi alhamdulillahi Fudeko habdi sey lamba nayi Bello ba Zamfare at Biu Borno State o bo ɓii ko waɗi layfi hanko kam layfi ɗum o waɗi wala woy woy de ɓii ko waɗi ayɓe menen ni men anda ko ɓii ko waɗi sey ɗum nangi nayi maɓɓe sey woɓɓe kokkiɓe lamba am sey jami Allah walliya men jaɓi nayi amma da sharaɗi men garda e suka mo ɓe tefata shikenan min keɓayi suka babiraɓe tori min kokkita beeli nayi ɓe tampi waddugo suka asai ɓe andi suka maɓɓe on jomu ayɓe shikenan min adi beeli suka dow mi wittida suka sai goɗɗo shamanjo mo ƙungiya pulaku gonɗo Adamawa anduɗoyam anduɗo ko rimiyam sai o yiɓe to on bittu to on jaɓu loroɗon biyu on dokkitama nayi moɗon gurte haala wayne gurte haala makko kaza kasta shikenan sai o watti suka yahi waddi yamde muɗum imo jogi mawga ngam yiɗami inna inde magga suka tawi waddinga to makko dow woy tuubi acci kuugal kallungal area ko man e diw ko sai ɓe noddanɓe kullum a warayi a wardayi a warayi a wardayi ɗum wa'atako gimi to shikenan te nammi rato suka wari tuubi wartiri yamde muɗum are kuuɗe muɗum daga mi noddu area ko man ɓe diw sai ɓe gaɗi communicating caka maɓɓe sai ɓe bolwani commissioner of police mo Adamawa state dow ɓe mari haaje shamanjo o'o imma baba suka imma suka Allah walliriyam kamɓe gari jaari ko'e maɓɓe ɓe tawi ton ɓe nanga gurtimi juuɗe am alhamdulillahi sai kai to wala wakkati sai haala financial amen please enter the financial abuna sai haala financial report one of the trustee Dr. Abakar Gire nder ɓe e woodi financial report amen on gi ko Allah walli men daga January waddugo December ɗum jawtu ɗum e woodi Dr. Gire o hokki ceede makko 100,000 o waɗi register makko next page please yimɓe feere feere ni an kam ɓe kabdi ɓe joɓi rakoni account just go to the last page rako men puɗɗiri 12,000 rako natti account 4,302,000 rako ɗum faɗɗi nder majje 3,587 e koboje jowiɗe ngam majjum gaba ɗaya joni rako lutti nder account ɗum Fudeko 732 wala wakkati assalamu alaikum ok mi luttiri to nder ɗum ko min faɗɗi bo e woodi ko kungiya IDRC SPAC project waɗi ka lildoygo e ɗum yoɓa nden ha joni woodi ceede ɗe ɗum lildoy ɗum irtana arɗo kakugal a dima nomadic makko ɗum irtananga ndiyam ɓe lildoy ceede 600,000 nder majje ɗum itti 100,000 ceede nebban ɗum yaha ɗum raara irtoɓe jaha daara ton to ɗum irtata sai to ɓe pondi kamɓe andi no ɓe pondirta yeyre yaago sai min tawi juggel gelgel sewi wala no mota mawnga saloro ɗon ɗum sewi dembo ndiyan arti toɓi laawol ɗum yawtata piyammi kanko arɗo kakuy hoore makko a fe min potti hanko o salike no yahi maayo balwa noddumomi o wari o tawi men ɗon e hoore makko o tabbitini wala no mota saloro kanjum min gi to haɗum ƴefta ɗum sai to Allah yaari yonki dungu salake leydi yoori laawol wooɗi sai ɗum witta gam to min ɓeyda asar nder asar ngam majjum nder seeɗe ɗen joni woni 500,000 koriɗe yawwa sai komin mari haaje min kuway to Allah mawɗo hokki en sabbungo 2024 putting more concern on the nomadic primary school in Adamawa state kanjum komin woni komin gaɗata min kakkilana nomadic ji meɗen nden ɗi woodi haala yajjingo local government ji ɗi woodi haala nyiɓango arɗo kakuyen imma irtango ɓe ndiyam ɗi woodi haala wallirgo rewɓe no ɓe ekkitorto sana'aji ɗi woodi haala min jaha min tabbitina e woodi makaranta nomadic gaɗo yiɗi ɗum ummina ton tongo local government fulɓe ɓen kamɓe kawti ko'e maɓɓe e layde citta nden bo ɓe ummini makaranta maɓɓe ɓe darti mallumjo kamɓe joɓatamo ngam majjum mi wolwani Adamawa state Fudeko state coordinator amen anti Jamila mi yewtimo tunda ɓe fulɓe ɓe mbawi ɓe kawti ko'e maɓɓe haɓe gadda e modibbo ɓe joɓamo to ga Allah Fudeko watta jungo nder ɓe notiga ba to Allah jaɓi 2024 eɓe nder gantede project local government ji ɗi min maɓɓitata to Allah yari en garu e wodi gire local government e wodi tongo e wodi jata e wodi ganye den mayo balwa sai min kakkilana dindi dum woni no dum beeda tabbitingo be joba register mabbe e be gadda report ko handi pat to gam majjul leñol min getti Allah barkidin Kano State chapter min getti Allah wallu en Allah beeda hawto ko koy meden assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Okay, sorry. Digade boluda.
Tell them where to start. Since you are the one that taking up. Yes, madam.
Assalamu alaikum. An kan wanda su yi jawabi a nan gurin, mata kamar su sami kapasiti kuɗi guda ɗaya sai a gaba a tare da yawan kuɗi ba. Saboda kan ba su ma sa su.
Adamawa State Chapter, Jazakumullahu khair. You have really tried. That's what you have done. Next is Bauchi State Chapter. The secretary is representing the chapter. You will really want to make the presentation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The chairman permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I am Abdullah Muhammad from Bauchi State. So, Bauchi was established in 2020 by Engineer A.U. Sambo, which we held on 19 January 2020 at NHIS Garden. So this is where the Bauchi chapter begins. Presently, the chapter has 22 fully registered members and 28 student members, making a total of 50 registered members in Bauchi, a large number of registered members. We have 20 LGA structures across the state. And the key areas that we want to focus, or we are focusing now, is number one, promotion of Fulbe cultural heritage, citizenship empowerment, gender equality and social inclusion empowerment, education awareness and support, advocacy for good health and hygiene, peace awareness campaign. The services that we provided, what we used to provide at our office is NIN enrollment, BBN enrollment, NIN data pooling, 1 minute digital passport, printing and lamination of documents, online registration and services. So our activities in this year are as follows. Number one, monthly school general meeting. We used to hold monthly meetings. Continuous NIN and BBN enrollment, advocacy, sensitization and awareness for acquiring citizenship document, data pooling for NIN enrolled. So what we mean by data pooling is by most of our pastoralists don't know about their data. So we used to pull data so that they can know their original date of birth and their names, accurate names. So by pulling data, pastoralists can benefit from a broader, wide range of in different perspectives, whereby even the government can know improve the original statistics of pastoralists. So education support, health awareness and support, engagement with radio stations in the state, and one of our more achievement is we collaborate with Ministry of Education and the agencies for higher education in the state. So our achievements, I will really summarize the achievement because our achievement in Bauchi are many. So number one, we are able to strengthen the chapter by increasing the number of people who are registered and paid their dues compared to last year. We have established and strengthened the Codeco Women's Wing. We have assigned coordinators for various units to ease activities and coordination of the chapter. We have successfully squared the NIN Enrollment Center funded by Codeco National Body through the IDRC Spark project. We conducted workshop for NIN and BBN enrollment, as you can see. Please go back. Slide, please. Yes, we conducted workshop for NIN and BBN enrollment to all our ESCOs members. Everybody is a potential enrollment agent. We have encouraged pastoralists to acquire citizenship document. Substantial number of people now know their data on the NIN portal. Collaboration with Bauchi State Ministry of Education for pastoralist admission into Bauchi Mary schools. There was a time we collaborated with Ministry of Education, and we are able to square or to get admission to the pastoralist student across the state. We have squared 25 desks and chairs, as you can see, from the Agency for Nomadic Education to the Tasham Mustafa Primary School. We have enrolled an orphan girl, as you can see, into the school, and we have already fed our school fees and all the necessary financial support they required. We have collaborated with donors and paid the registration fee of a final year student in ATB Bauchi. There was a time one graduate student of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University approached us, and she narrated the situation they are in, poverty situation they are in with her parents. So we contribute and paid her registration fees, and now she will be a graduate, inshallah, next coming year. So we have provided support to 22 patients in ATB UTH hospital, teaching hospital. As you can see in the picture, what we discovered that there is a lot of pastoralists that they cannot afford to pay their hospital bills in the hospital. So we decided to go there and rescue them. So we paid all their hospital bills. We have established the Codeco Student Youth Wing with a total number of 53 fully registered members across 6 states. Now we have one, Bauchi 29, Nasarawa 12, Plateau 3, Kano 1, Taraba 2, Kaduna 3, and Gombe 1, and Yobe as well, 1. We have successfully conducted and completion of IDRC Spark Codeco Research Project where over 200 pastoralists were interviewed. We have established a Codeco entrepreneurship unit where our members were given some funds to run a business, and the capital will be shared in the 30-70 ratio formula. In that, we have supported our members financially, because we give out financial support to our members whereby they can go and do business and we can share the profit. So financial report is as follows. Let's go to the next slide. There is a clear one. Yes. Okay. Our opening balance in this year was 132,000 naira. This is what we have in the account. But currently, as of now, as of today, our account balance is 523,525. So 500,000 and 23,000. So our action plan for 2024, inshallah, we intended to achieve the following. Number one, education awareness and support, health and hygiene awareness and support, citizenship empowerment, identify an IDP camp and visit them, collaboration, and courtesy visit. So in conclusion, we appreciate the national chairman and our workaholic SG, all trustees members, and our lead researchers, especially on Haji Umar and Dr. Awal Tille in the IDRC SPARK project, and our hardworking Bauchi State Chairman and all the experts and general members for their commitment in achieving the aims and objectives of PADECO in Bauchi State and the national at large. May Allah continue to guide us, protect us, and bless us in abundance. Thank you all and God bless. Thank you very much.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khair. He too, he managed to summarize everything within 9 minutes. So congratulations, Secretary of Bauchi State Chapter. Next on our agenda is my state. That is Borno State. You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman, sir, members of the high table, I am Ayu Bauro. I am the coordinator for the Borno State. I am happy to address the gathering. Borno State chapter came into being in November 2019, and presently we have a strength of about 25 registered members with 2 local government chapters. I will begin by highlighting our achievements. The Borno State chapter during the period in focus, the chapter have been doing well to ensure sustenance. This includes holding meeting and actualization of our set targets, which we conceived at the beginning of the year. The year 2023 started by conceiving plans intended to be actualized during the year. This action plan or set targets include acquisition of an office for the chapter, establishment of local government chapters and executives, identifying pastoralists, orphan children, and enrolling them in various schools, including paying their own school fees. Visiting Fulbe elite and other individuals in the state to advertise FUDECO for them, and sensitizing our own headers on peaceful coexistence with the farmers of the local populace. Part of our achievement during the period is the recent intervention to our respondent, the 2 IDP camp where research was conducted. We got an intervention from the National Secretariat, which is now going on. The chapter and FUDECO in general have gotten wider acceptability due to this research that has been conducted. 3 members registered for FUDECO far away from Sudan, Libya, and Chad. After hearing the activities of FUDECO, I think FUDECO has gone beyond what we expect. Fulbe pastoralists are now beginning to have confidence in Fulbe organization, not as before. Because initially when we approach our people, they will say, "Kai, you mean bata be ungia, komingi sali nawi yata mingerdakio." But with FUDECO, our pastoralists are coming back are having confidence with with Fulbe organization. We're happy. This action plan were achieved. All of the action plans I listed were achieved. Presently, the Borno State have an office, 2 chapters in Mongono and Kukawa. About 11 children were enrolled in various schools, and their school fees were paid. This includes primary and secondary schools. We have a visit and interface with reputable professors in Borno State. That is the CMD, University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, Professor Aijo, and then Professor Kawa, who is now a commissioner, I think, in Yobe State. Fudeko, in conjunction with other organization, paid a costly visit to the Sheikh of Borno and intimate him on issues affecting Fulbe. Also, Fulbe pastoralists were occasionally sensitized to stay peacefully with their own neighbors and try to avoid their comfort zones by accommodating the present realities of life to diversify. On the ongoing research, during the year, the chapter continued with the round 2 and round 3 of the participatory action research. And we welcome our independent assessor, Mr. Emmanuel, who had an interface, who had an interactive session, I think, with the chapter escorts, community researchers, volunteers, and target responders at Medina 2 and YDP camps. This visit was fruitful and highly beneficial to the chapter. Then we equally received our own national secretary, Mr. Musa Isa Arifi, in the state. He came to conduct an assessment for possible implementation of the intervention intended by FUDECO in the 2 IDP camps, which was concluded successfully without any hitch. Then our financial report. During the year under review, we were able to generate 533,800 naira. Out of the money came from monthly dues, donation by members, and new registration. The money was expended, as you can see on the chart. Presently, we have a balance of 17,000 in our account. As we know, finance is the backbone of the existence of any sustainable organization. The Borno State chapter generates her revenue for a monthly contribution, registration fee, and personal donation by members. I'm going to the challenges. Okay. The chapter have been affected by the following challenges. First of all, security challenge. As we all know, we say that Borno is the hotbed of Boko Haram insurgency. So most of the places are out of reach, or I would say no-go areas. So this is our own major challenge. Then difficulty in reaching out to Fulbe elite and well-to-do individuals that could boost our potentials. Then inadequate logistics and financial constraints to run the affairs of the chapter and carry out more projects. Our action plan for 2024. The chapter intends to achieve the following targets during the period, for the year 2024, please. 1, open school children education support. This has been there, I think, for the past 2 years, and we intend to continue with that. Then adult education about Islamic knowledge in the 2 IDP camps. We observe, in fact, most of them, they are religiously backward. They don't know even how to pray, and they are Fulbe. So we intend to embark on sensitization to educate them on the basic needs of their religions. Then skill acquisition for women in both IDP camps. We intend to have to train women in the 2 IDP camps on how to live on their own, to acquire skill so that they will live on their own. Then the national identity registration for pastoralists from boot camps. This is another challenge due to the nature of the state. Most of the people cannot access where the registration is, so we intend to embark on it next year. Then advocacy, continual advocacy for FUDECO, and then creation of more local government chapters. Then conclusion, I will say despite our own limited resources, our members are committed, have been committed in paying their monthly dues. As far as working for Fulbe is concerned, no effort is small. Little by little, we can get to our desired destination. Finally, sir, I want to use this opportunity to thank our own national chairman and his team for identifying well our own chapter. We are indeed very much grateful. Thank you, everybody.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair for now state coordinator. He utilized his time. He spent only 9 minutes, 30 seconds. So thank you for that. Next is Gombe, but unfortunately they are not present. So we will move to Kaduna State chapter. Kaduna.
You can see, yeah. Please go on. Replay this. Mr. Chairman, and all other members of the high table, permit me to rely on the existing protocol. I said all protocols observed. I am Barrister Abubakar Ibrahim Nase. I am here on behalf of our chairperson, Dr. Nafisat Muhammad. I'm standing for her, and therefore here as an acting chairman of Kaduna State Chapter. In the year 2023, as you can see, the Kaduna State Chapter has engaged in a number of activities aimed at the aim and objectives of the organization. The activities carried out by the chapter in the year 2023 includes 5 executive council meetings and 1 general meeting. Then we also focus on establishment of additional local government chapters. As you are aware, Kaduna is partially a banditry, ravaged state. So we are finding it difficult to go into the interior rugas for establishment of chapters, but we were able to set up 2 additional chapters. And these are Ikara Local Government Chapter and Lere Local Government Chapter. In these locations, they are generally peaceful. So we were able to leverage on the peace of those locations and got 2 chapters established.
The Kaduna State chapter, in collaboration with our Cubao local government chapter under the able leadership of Abubakar Haing Ade, that is the chairman of Cubao local government, has been able to establish a primary school at a Fulbe settlement known as Sarkindengi in Cubao local government. That is, we now have another school in addition to the Haing Ade primary school. The school has already started activities with teachers and pupils in operations. And then in the course of our 2023 activities, the chapter has in 2023, through its legal team, led by Barrister Nuhu Ibrahim, engaged in dispute resolutions and in resolutions of a number of disputes involving some Fulbe individuals and communities. This was done through institutions of court cases and employment of alternative dispute resolutions mechanism. Some of them includes the Fulbe of Zuntu village. There's a village called Zuntu. Sometime in August 2023, Fulbe residing at Rido village behind the Kaduna refinery woke up to a military invasion attack, resulting to a death of one boy by name Idris, and arrest of 3 more boys and several herds of cattle. After receiving their complaint through one Ardo in Chikun local government, the legal team swung into action and in collaboration with the Director General of the Kaduna State Livestock Agency and eventually all the 3 arrested boys were released, and also a substantial number of cattle seized by the military were recovered and returned to its owners, with a few still unaccounted for. In the course of 2023 activities also, the chapter, through the interventions of the Abubakar Haing Ade, drilled a well at Culcural Fulbe settlement of Cubao local government to selling more than 2.6 of drinking water. You can imagine in our today's life, for somebody to travel about almost 3 kilometers. So when the chairman of Haing the local government visited the location and realized their challenges, we were able to drill a well, and now they fetch their water from within their community. The chapter embarked on enlightenment and awareness campaign and its surrounding communities, mainly on education and skill acquisition through SPAC representative. There is our national body, there's a project brought by our chairman, that is Fudeco national body. The project is still on, is going on there. So the members of those of the team of the research, use that opportunity to to sensitize the people in that area, particularly on education and skill acquisitions, as an alternative for their traditional livelihood of cattle rearing. So, and that has helped a lot. The chapter carried out also distribution of clothing, that is shirt, trousers, etc. to orphans at Haing Ade, Fulbe settlement of Cubao local government in Kaduna State. The materials were donated by one philanthropist. He told us not to mention his name. He's a military general. And this was through the instrumentality of Alhaji Umar Hassan, who is the director of Haing Ade Research, lead research, he is the lead researcher of the research team. The beneficiaries numbered 33, comprising of 10 women, 13 boys, and 10 girls altogether. Now, our financial reports, because our financial secretary was so elaborate and made it so lengthy, we decided to summarize it because we know we will not be given more than 10, 15, or 20 minutes. So this is what we were able to. The Frederico Kaduna State chapter had an opening balance of 152,000 naira only at the beginning of the year. So many inflows went into that account, and then, but by November 2020, 15 November 2020, the account balance of Fudeco Kaduna State chapter was 563,000. This includes the money generated through our annual dues and other few sources. Now, some of the challenges we went through in 2023, the chapter has not been without challenges in the year 2023, ranging from challenges of financial nature. For a 4-year-old state chapter to have a balance of only 500,000 and then without executing a project, that worth reasonable amount, it means we are very, very low in terms of finance. And there was also some distractions as a result of the 2023 general elections and some internal issues which marked most of the first half of the year, therefore delaying, which led to serious delays of our chapter's activities. However, some challenges now seems over and the organization has resumed full activities as one united family. These are our action plan. By the grace of Almighty Allah, the chapter proposes to embark on the following programs in 2024. Opening of at least 5 additional chapters to the 3 we have in existence. Now we have Cubao local government chapter, Ikra local government chapter, and then Lere local government chapter. So we focus on establishing 5 additional chapters, as you can see. We have already started making some groundwork on these local governments, and we are using some of the members who are from Kaduna, who are familiar with these areas and locations. We have started making some groundwork. Next. The chapter will embark also on massive membership drive, recruitment, and concretized structures at all local levels. Now, some of the chapters are very new. No activities, no serious activities are taking place. So we will try to work on that seriously. And then C, we have also we focus on establishment of Kaduna Youth Wing within Kaduna chapter, and payment of teachers' salaries strategy in Sarkin Dengi Nomadic Primary School, Cobao local government, and drilling of 3 wells for Fulbe communities in different locations within the states. This particular primary school is located within one of the new chapters we have set up. And then one of the complaints they have is how to run their school. But I will not round up without mentioning one thing. Sometimes when you set the ball rolling, you find that the people that will play it play far, far, far better than even you yourself that has set it rolling. Time? Okay. I appreciate the chairman of Cobao local government, that is Abubakar Haing Ade, for his initiatives, particularly on how he has initiated a payment of some teachers of the new established school, by the community, and they are now happily paying without complaint. Thank you. And then we will also engage in awareness campaign on education, land grabbing, and self-development. We intend to support Ikara local government nomadic primary school with shares for people. This is this is the same school that I mentioned about teachers. Thank you very much. I can see the moderators talking about time. So thank you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. May Allah reward you abundantly. He exhausted his time. He took 27 seconds. So thank you, sir, for your time. At this juncture, we are going to take a short break. Go and pray and come back. We are coming back at exact 4 minutes after 4, please. 4 minutes after. Please, all of us should be seated there. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.